So welcome to the Church of Infinite Spirit, this June service. Happy summer, happy June. Welcome to this space that is a modern spiritual community where we can come to be inspired, be connected, and be transformed. I am Reverend Margaret Johnson, for those of you who don't know me, and I am really so delighted to be here with you today and so appreciate your presence with me, whether by recording or online live during this church service. So I'm thinking pretty much everybody by now is used to the Zoom technology. I've got everybody muted. I'm going to double check that I have everybody muted just while we're in our service. And then afterwards, we'll take the mutes off and kind of have community time to talk and share. It is the mission of this church to inspire spiritual freedom by supporting people in knowing themselves as spiritual beings, and also knowing the consciousness that creates this universe. We support the joyous transformation that happens when people begin to know themselves as that spiritual presence that we all are. We are an informal church, so happy that we are. All are welcome, and our intention is to recapture the experience of church, to be a respite from the noise of life, a place to come together, to share, to ground, and to discover our spiritual essence together. We are non-dogmatic, non-judgmental, and we totally respect your divine right to choose your own reality and what works for you. So today, as I'm sharing, it is definitely a take what works for you environment. We are here to inspire and just literally take what works for you and let go of the rest. So let's begin, as we always do here, with a short meditation. Meditation is a powerful way we can turn our focus inward to focus on the essence of who we are as a spiritual being. So let your body be comfortable, relaxed in your chair. Close your eyes. Take a nice big deep breath for your body. I'm going to walk you through a short 4-step process to become more present as spirit and say hello to yourself. First, I want you to notice your tailbone. It's also your first chakra. And using your imagination, I want you to imagine creating a beam of colored light, any color, maybe light pink, purple, blue. And let this beam of colored light begin to grow out of your tailbone, the place where if you had a tail, you would have one. Using your imagination, let this beam of colored light grow through the chair, through the floor, and with ease, allow it to grow and extend through all the layers of the earth until it reaches the center of the earth. Do this in a playful way, again, using your imagination to create what we call a grounding cord. This connection from the base of your spine or your first chakra to the center of the earth. This grounding cord does two powerful things. First, it helps you bring your attention into your body. We're going to be talking a lot about attention today. It's a powerful resource. And it is so easy to get scattered along this human experience, to to have our focus, our attention in so many places at once. So grounding helps us be more centered in the body. And it also provides a way to release anything we're carrying that really doesn't serve us or isn't in present time. We can let go, we can release through the grounding cord any energies, any worries, any anxieties. Perhaps there are parts of you that are stuck in the past. This often happens. We have a memory that just keeps going around and around in our head. Part of your energy is stuck in that place, in that time. Not helpful, because we can't create from the past. And also it can heavily filter our experience of ourselves in present. So just notice this beam of colored light, this grounding cord, helping you become more present in your body, and also providing a conduit to release anything you want to let go of. Great. The next step in this meditation is to come into the center of your head. You might be hearing Sadie, my sweet dog, who's making some noise, which is what she loves to do. Come into the center of your head. If you got distracted by that, no problem. Come back into the center of your head, the space between your ears, behind your eyes. By focusing our attention here, we activate the sixth chakra, this place within ourselves that is supportive of us seeing ourselves through neutrality and validation. And it's so typical, so easy to see ourselves not through neutrality or validation. It's easy to judge, it's easy to second guess ourselves. And so by placing our attention in the center of our head, activating that sixth chakra, again, we support ourselves in having a different perspective. We could say a spiritual perspective, seeing ourselves and our world differently. Great. The third step in this 4-step meditation is to say hello to the bubble of energy that is around your body. It's also called your aura. It's about an arm's length out from every direction of your physical body. So it's egg-shaped bubble of energy that is you. Your energies in this aura, in this bubble of energy. And I want you, again, using your imagination, I want you to paint or coat the outside of your bubble a different color than your beam of colored light. Maybe an orange, a green, or a yellow. By doing this, by painting the outside of our aura, we're delineating what belongs to us and what belongs to the rest of the world in terms of energy, in terms of what we can manage or control or change. So often we're compelled to want to change things that are going on outside of ourselves. It is pretty easy to be compelled in this way. When the truth is, we can only manage or control what is within our aura and our bodies, our spiritual space, we could say, our energetic space. So often delineating or coloring the outside of the aura is a bit of a relief if we've been kind of outside of ourselves, wanting to change, focusing on others, focusing on issues. It's often so helpful to remember, oh yes, my inner home is what I can manage, I can inventory, I can change. And there's great power in that. So you're sitting in the center of your head, you're grounded with the bubble of energy around your body, your aura. Just notice what's happening in this space. Are there things you'd like to release, to let go? You can just imagine letting them fall down your grounding cord. If you have thoughts coming into the center of your head, that's okay. You can just observe, wow, I've got thoughts coming into the center of my head. I'm going to just watch them, kind of like a ticker tape. Let them come in and let them leave as easily as they entered. Notice your experience of you. Perhaps you feel a little calmer, perhaps a little lighter. I invite you to stay here in this light meditation if you would like. If not, you can open your eyes and stretch. So today I'm talking about the power of attention. I recently saw a New Yorker cartoon on Instagram. The image depicted two friends in a living room looking bored. And the caption read, "Can't wait to forget everything I learned about myself during quarantine." Yes, we are out of quarantine. In the last few weeks alone, it seems like so much has opened up. People are out. They're traveling, exercising at recreational centers and gyms, dining in, and even going to movie theaters. It's all quite remarkable. There's a lot of forward momentum to plan, fill up the calendar, and step out of the past year. And indeed, it is a time for celebration that we are on the other side of a very challenging period. But before we step fully into all that new activity, let's take a moment to pause and reflect on the past year. Perhaps there are insights that are worthy of bringing forward, not just simply forgetting. What did you learn about yourself and your life during the pandemic? Perhaps you noticed that you enjoyed more unscheduled time. Perhaps you journeyed inward and discovered new aspects of yourself. Perhaps you connected more with nature, connected with spirit. Perhaps your perspective and priorities changed. One of my realizations coming out of the past year is that I was totally burned out. I gave close to 600 readings in 2020. And while working with clients brings me tremendous joy, humility, and spiritual connection, too much of a good thing, well, is really too much of a good thing. I now know more than ever the importance of balance to my spiritual and physical health. My body has told me in profound and uncomfortable ways that the intention to create more balance is not something just to talk about or contemplate. It's actually something to act upon. So a few months ago, I reduced my reading availability on my online calendar. This has been a challenge in many ways for me. However, I am practicing saying no in order to experience balance. And it is indeed a practice. Sometimes it's easier than others. Sometimes I slip into, I can just squeeze a few more folks in because I love it so much. However, I am reminding myself, and I will continue to remind myself, to focus on balance and create more open space in my calendar. And some unexpected joys have happened through this change. I joined a bird watching group called the Santa Fe Bird Brains, which I think is just a great name. And I also joined a hiking meetup group. And I've met more friends and seen new places. And by limiting my work hours and allowing myself to have these opportunities, I've created more fun in my world, which has really changed my experience of myself and my day-to-day life. I'm very, very grateful. Our world is an amazing place. It offers an incredible nonstop supply of shiny objects that grab our attention with a blink of an eye or a swipe of our phone. It is easy, so incredibly easy to get distracted, ungrounded, and disconnected from our inner realm. Our attention can be grabbed and held by a myriad of external sources. It can be so tempting to look outside ourselves for meaning, validation, and purpose. We can get locked into the roller coaster of the outer world and get whipsawed, bruised, and confused. Among all of its challenges, the coronavirus gave us an unexpected opportunity to get quiet and simplify. For many, there was a lot of unfilled, unplanned time at home. We had an unusual opportunity to focus our attention inward. And now, as life is opening up, it is important to become aware of where we want to place our attention. We have the ability to engage with people, activities, and the outer world, while at the same time, practice focusing our attention within. In other words, to be in the world and not of it. In this way, we can put ourselves in the driver's seat of our car of life versus finding ourselves in the back seat, hoping we somehow get where we want to go. So often we unconsciously allow the outside world to dictate how we experience ourselves and what we decide to do. This week, I was working with a client who was faking it till she made it at her work. There was a forced smile on her face and in her heart chakra that were covering up the truth that she felt stuck and powerless in her work. Once that rigid, stoic belief was named, she could become present to the truth of how she was feeling. Her attention shifted from pretending in order to get by to her internal reality. And only then could she connect with her desire to create a change. During the reading, my client was able to let go, to release that look away pattern and get back into the driver's seat of her car of life. And even though she's still in her current job at present, she's reconnected with her own power to create change. An inner transformation or healing transpired without anything changing in her outer environment. When we focus our attention outside of ourselves, it's easy to forget that we create our reality from the inside out. We can begin to attach our identity to the outer world and try to derive our internal sense of okayness from it. And when that unfolds, we start riding that roller coaster of life, complete with the big ups and downs. We give our power away to the outside environment. Oh, I won't be happy until my partner changes. I can't feel good about myself as long as I'm in this job. Or once my body looks a certain way, then I can feel vibrant and healthy. I invite you to activate the power of your attention. As we emerge from this pandemic, remember that you have the power to direct your focus. Your intention is an incredible resource. Be aware of it and your ability to direct it. Claim the power of your attention. Take time to go within, to inventory your experience of you. How's it going? What do you like? What do you want to release or transform? What do you truly want to create? Take time to connect with the essence of who you are, an infinite being of light, having an adventure in this physical realm. When we turn our focus, our attention inward, we can align with the creative power of our spiritual nature. We can say hello to that energy and activate it. We can set intention to manifest where we want to drive our car of life. It is an incredible world. There is much to explore, enjoy, and experience. And when we engage with the world with the awareness of our spiritual dimension, we can navigate the outer world realm with curiosity, some amusement, and adventure. It truly is a spiritual lab that provides tremendous opportunity for growth and transformation. So let's do that together. Let's go back into meditation and turn our attention inward. So close your eyes if they're open. Come back into your center of head, that place behind your eyes, in between your ears. Notice you are grounded. You've got that bubble of energy around your body, painted a color. And with your imagination, I want you to imagine your attention line or lines that flow out of the sixth chakra, the center of head space, into the world. They're kind of like fishing lines. Just imagine them. And I want you not to focus perhaps on what they are focusing on outside of yourself, but rather reel them back in. Let them come back into your center of head, that one line, or if you have more than one, reel them back into the center of head, just using your imagination, taking a break from attending or focusing on all there is to focus on the outside world. And I want you to imagine that line of energy going from the sixth chakra up to the top of your head, that crown chakra that holds your wisdom as a soul, your library of wisdom. With this simple exercise of reeling in your attention line and redirecting it up to the crown chakra, you are activating your power to direct your own attention and to direct it to your spiritual wisdom. It's interesting. It's not that we need to know everything that's in the library of our crown chakra. That would be fun, perhaps. But I certainly haven't I've discovered maybe a few volumes there. But it is actually the acknowledgement that you have a library of wisdom. You have this library. You have inner truth and knowingness. And the discovery that you have one changes everything. It isn't about memorizing or opening up all of the volumes of knowledge you have in your crown chakra. It's just about saying, wow, I've got one, and I'm going to focus my attention on it. Great. So be in the center of your head and notice for yourself, what have you learned during the past year? What has become more important to you? What realization do you want to bring forward as life opens up? What changes perhaps do you want to create in your world? If there's one intention, or just pick one if you've got more than one intention. I want to create more fun. I want to create more health and vibrancy. I want to create more ease. I want to create more spiritual connection, or whatever you might be discovering. Just pick one of those intentions, and out in front of you, imagine a rose, any color, whatever color showed up, except for black or white. Make it a color. This is what we call a mock-up rose, a way to set intention and send it out to spirit. And I want you to imagine a picture, like a Polaroid picture of you experiencing whatever it is that you want to create. If it's you having more fun, you see a picture of you experiencing fun. If it's you having more ease, it's an image of you with ease, in the vibration of ease. So we always want to put a picture, an image of receiving whatever it is we want to create into that rose. Drop that picture in to the blossom of the rose. That rose has a rose stem. Just imagine that rose stem growing to the center of the earth. Just imagine it, so that whatever would block you from creating this intention is released. And now create above that rose a gold sun, that whatever happens in this intention happens for your highest and most sacred good. And just watch as that gold sun sets into the blossom of the rose. When you're ready, you can cut that stem, put the rose in a gold bubble or balloon, and send it off to source energy, supreme being, God, whatever word or phrase you like. You stay in the center of your head. And just for a moment, imagine what it would be like to be you with that intention being manifested. What it would be like to have more fun, to be in ease. When we focus our intention inward, we can become more clear about what it is that we do want to create. And then we can focus our attention on sending out a mock-up, sending out an energy to Source saying, hey, here's what I'd like to create. We're exercising our power of creation. Good job. Good job. So above your head, I want you to create a huge gold sun. And if you set an intention that was a vibration like joy, ease, fun, go ahead and write that word across the gold sun above your head so that there's energy flowing into that gold sun set at that particular vibration. Pop that gold sun and sit under the shower of energy coming into your body, your head, your neck, your shoulders. Let it flow into your arms, your hands, your torso. Know that it is filling your inner realm, your chakras, those energy centers, as well as your physical body. Flowing down your legs and even overflowing into your aura bubble. Notice your experience of you, of turning inward, focusing your attention on your crown chakra and setting intention, what it is you'd like to create in this very special time, this time of opening up, this time where you can be in the world and not of it. You can be and enjoy this physical realm and also be aware of your spiritual dimension. When we stop focusing on controlling what is happening on the outside, we can turn our attention within and activate our ability to create. Great job. Good job. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and stretch. And again, I want to thank you so much for being here with me today, whether by recording or live. We at the Church of Infinite Spirit are a nonprofit organization. So of course, we deeply, deeply appreciate your donations. You can check out our website, innerconnection.org. And on the sanctuary page, there's a donate button at the bottom of that page. And we invite you to visit that and give whatever works for you. Also, on our website, you can check out the classes page. We always have our free Meditation for Living program there. It's the first step in learning how to manage your inner realm. Simple yet powerful tools that can change your reality. They certainly changed mine. And there's some new classes beginning soon. Our clairvoyant training module 2 begins Tuesday of this week. And then Lauren's going to be doing a Spreading the Light ministry class, which hasn't been offered for quite some time. And that starts in July 21st. So check out the information on the web about those classes. Also, I'll be back for the mid-month meditation, which is such a fun thing to say, mid-month meditation. That's on Friday, June 18th at noon Mountain Time. So last but not least, there's a joke I want to share about being distracted. So if I had $1 for every time I get distracted, I wish I had a puppy. I'll say it again. It took me, I thought that was really, really good. I see some folks laughing and I appreciate that. So yes, if I had $1 for every time I get distracted, I want a puppy. All right. Well, thank you so much again for joining me today. Your time and attention are two amazingly powerful resources, and I am so thrilled that you shared them with us today. So be well, be out in the world, be in it and not of it. Take good care.